claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I cannot again. Gone, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick-6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. But the product goes, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Darius. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're upright.
Style not for you, but it's for me. Greenfield's finest. Boss. Yeah. DJ Drama. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Side through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took. See me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at Nice Guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or 2. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics. Boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Rozzy. I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof of. I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers that stole my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making the verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for I just aim it ready to whittle beat. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or 2. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this. Gangsta Brazil.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will... They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38, Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 33. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Get 300! Get 300!
Rodgers going to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over to the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 26 yards. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second and 2. Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Right down.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Carr. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Carr to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Down to about the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 38.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Stiff-armed him, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
An inside give to Jones. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Lazard now on the end around. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Up the middle, Jones. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us and praise a defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here He gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not much, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for him to move the ball downfield.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, so be call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you don't lie, you don't be gang. You know what's up? We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shot.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 23 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. And he completes it to Hunt. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to go down. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more on that one and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Well, finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 35 yards. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14. Browns 9. Mason Crosby taking on for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Watson on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2nd and 9. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Chubb pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The York now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, Running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rolling to his right. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. They're quickly out wide. This is Watson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Watson connects with Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw, Watson. Completes to Njoku.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's Watson.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Now Watson.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception.
Somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spin flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know. Life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come.
DA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Rodgers going to come out throwing. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Over. Yeah, live. Hey, 626.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Rodgers now on first down. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, 88. Back one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Mahomes to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are once again back in front.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the 31, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
19, Packers 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Well, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and this is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
To To throw again on second down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on second and 10, Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second and 12, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Past the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always hard finding the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Oh, able to avoid him. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3. You block over here.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Rodgers again now. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's taken in by Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10. Rodgers to throw. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.